Hello and welcome to Orange Coast Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Joel Kilshoer, and I am your worship associate today. And I'm joined this morning by our speaker, Donna McCartney, also chair of the worship committee. Steve Mahiro and Susan Shaw are co-music directors, and Danielle Lewis, our director of religious education for children and youth. We all welcome you this morning. Our minister, Reverend Sean Wilshire, is not in the pulpit this morning, but she has a special message for you.
Hello, Roomers and Zoomers. So I'm away this week, but my spirit is with you. For those of you who are new to the church, maybe you're just checking us out or curious about Unitarian Universalism, welcome. Glad you're here. You are in for a treat. This is a wonderful, friendly, fabulous, just all-around spectacular community. I hope you can get to know them, because it can be kind of tough to get to know a new community. But here's the thing, just hang in there, join in one of the activities, and before long, you'll get to know people, and then this becomes your church. Well, today we've planned a wonderful service for you, just blending music and word to bring together a helpful and hope-filled message. We hope it will feed your soul. So without further ado, let's go.
There is a little more ado, I apologize, but I want to extend a special welcome to visitors. If you are seeking a spiritual home, we hope you will find it here. We are a community of many different beliefs. We are bound together, not by dogma or creed, but rather a covenant to create a welcoming, inclusive, and loving community. We need not think alike to love alike. And in the spirit of building this community, let's recognize the many volunteers who have helped to put this service together today. Thank you. Roomers, we invite you to silence your cell phones. Zoomers, we invite you to say hello in the chat. And as we worship today, let us acknowledge that our church property rests on the sacred ancestral homelands of the Hachiman and Tongva people who seek justice and responsible stewardship. We begin our worship with the lighting of our chalice as we say our unison affirmation. Love
is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another. This we affirm together.
Please rise in body and spirit and join in our opening song.
Good morning, everyone. It's really delightful for me to be here with you today. So this Wednesday, April the 22nd, we will mark almost 60 years of honoring Mother Earth by celebrating Earth Day. Many of us will participate in activities that demonstrate how important it is to protect our planet. Unfortunately, destructive forces and uncaring leadership in our country are trying to undo our many years of work to put into place activities and legislation that are designed to improve our beautiful planet, not destroy it. What can we do? Let's talk about it later on this morning.
Today's story is called The Boy Who Grew a Forest. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. In India, on a large river island, amongst farms and families hard at work, there lived a boy who loved trees. Trees meant shade, food, and shelter for many. But each rainy season, floodwaters swallowed more and more of the beautiful tree-covered land. The boy's precious island was shrinking, eroding away with the rushing river, leaving empty sandbars behind. The boy witnessed animals stranded on those sandbars, their homes destroyed. He feared that if animals withered without trees, people would too. The boy shared his fears with the village. The elders explained that the only way to help the animals was to create new homes for them. They gifted the boy with 20 bamboo saplings. Alone, he canoed down the muddy river. He wished he could cover all the land with the trees. But a large sandbar nearby was a place to start. The land was too barren for animals, the shores too sandy for leafy trees. Would the bamboos grow? The boy hoped. Determined, he began to plant 1 shaft, 2, then 3. Every day he watered the saplings by hand, sweet sweat trickling down his face and chest. He built a watering system to help and lugged heavy buckets from the river. His arms grew tired and his back sore. Still, each day he tended to the plants, and over time, the bamboo patch grew into a healthy thicket. The boy was proud of his work, but he worried it wouldn't be enough to stop the swelling of the river or provide shelter for animals. If he wanted to grow more plants, he would have to create a richer soil. The boy carried cow dung, earthworms, termites, and angry red ants that bit him on the journey to their new home. He brought seeds from neighboring villages, over trails, through bushes, excuse my tongue ties today, down the river, and each day he planted. As years passed, the boy grew. So did the forest. 10 acres, 20 acres, and then 40. Wildlife returned to the forest for many times of the year. Buffalo, one-horned rhinos, and snakes, gibbons, migratory birds, and elephants. The man's forest teemed with life and diversity. Not everyone was happy. Fear swept over the village when the tigers arrived, so the man planted more grass to attract small animals that would keep the tigers happy in the forest. Elephants wandered into neighboring farms to feast on the crops, so man planted more fruit trees to help feed the hungry elephants. Some wanted to harvest the forest to build homes, but the man was there to plant anew. Others tried to hunt the animals for their horns and fur, but the man was there to protect them. Few thought the forest would last, but the man believed its strength. Now in India, on a large river island, among wildlife, trees as tall as buildings, there lives a man who planted a forest. This forest is called Molai, after the man named Javad Molai, who never stopped planting and pruning and protecting. Only by growing plants, the earth will survive. If you will join me as we sing our religious exploration children to their classes.
For our reading this morning, let's turn to Wikipedia for the history of Earth Day. The first Earth Day was held on April the 22nd, 1970. It was founded by Senator Gaylord Nelson of Wisconsin. He and most Americans were appalled by the devastation created in our own backyard here in California by the Santa Barbara oil spill the year before. The oil spill was caused by a blowout on Union Oil's platform located 6 miles from the coast. And within a 10-day period, it took that long for them to get it stopped. Within a 10-day period, an estimated 4 million gallons of crude oil was spilled into the channel. The spill had significant damage to many sea creatures and marine animals. The public outrage engendered by the spill, which received prominent media coverage in the United States, resulted in numerous pieces of environmental legislation within the next several years, including the Clean Water Act, the Clean Air Act, and the Endangered Species Act, and many, many more. So this morning, we're going to talk about Earth Day.
Hi, my name is John Michael. We're going to be singing Coming Home. Carrie will play through it once, and then we'll sing along after the second and third time. Return to myself, here where I belong. I am coming home, like a bird to its nest, like a river to the ocean. I am coming home. I return to myself, here where I belong. I am coming home, like a bird to its nest, like a river to the ocean. I am coming home. All right.
So I was there, and I know many of you were there also, at the very first Earth Day on April the 21st, 1970. I was still in high school. Can you believe it? It's kind of shocking. It seems like yesterday. And I was getting ready to graduate the next year. So I participated in the activities that we did and planned together as a school. Sadly, at this point in my life, I don't really remember what we did, but I think it involved some making of posters and a group demonstration and a school rally, that kind of thing. So since that April, I've been involved in Earth Day activities on and off for years. And I admire many of you who have done the same thing with even more vigor than I have to protect our environment over the years. So it's been almost 60 years, and I want to thank you all for what you've done so far, and I know you're still working on it, and it will continue into the future. So we here at Orange Coast UU do a lot to battle against the environmental dark forces. What do you do? I would like you to share what you do to ensure that a clean environment for ourselves, our children, our grandchildren, and posterity. And I would like, first of all, to ask our, well, actually, let me say this first. In a minute, I'm going to invite someone to get us started, but if you feel moved today, I'd like you to raise your hand and we will bring you the microphone to share the things that you do now and have done in the past to protect our big blue marble revolving around the earth. But first, Craig, our resident king of the environment, would you like to go first? Yay!
I'm Craig Preston. Yes, I'm into the environment. We all have passions, and thank you for all the passions we share in a mixed way, but helping the planet continue to survive and thrive for all our benefit is a passion of mine. I'll say in brief, it's just a few minutes here, but that as I got into this 10, 12 years ago, I thought, how can I help? It's a global problem. And so when I think of, we all have fences that have good neighbors, so we need to keep track of our own stuff and make our own life less polluting. But then we'd be a good example so that our neighbors hopefully don't pollute so much, because pollution moves and it affects all of us. And so we have a global warming problem because we burn so much fossil fuels, and it's just what we do. So we're trying to get away from that addiction. But I'm working on my own personal life to try to decarbonize and burn less fossil fuel. And so it's kind of fun. Every day, what can I do to have one less burn and be a good example? And then hopefully thousands of other people will follow along, and I find them, and then they inspire thousands. And so if we all inspire thousands, and you churches around the world do this, we will make a big difference. But yes, it's urgent, and I hope we all can make difference. Personally, right now, I'm focused on going to Washington, D.C. to get Congress to move. Has anybody gotten Congress to move well on anything? If you have, please talk to me, because it's a hard group to move. But we've gotten 10 bills passed so far. I volunteer with Citizens Climate Lobby, and we trying to make it so that people will choose differently on how they live their lives, because how we move, how we buy things, how we eat, all affects our own personal carbon footprint, but then the global carbon footprint. And so I'm going to DC July 26th for my 19th trip to lobby with thousands of others, and you're all welcome to come with me. And then, but then I work at the state level, the county level, the city level, to be inspired of what's going on locally. And I'm glad we have an animal ministry, and we all work on just how can we eat less meat, and that all helps. And that we do different things to make the needle move towards a cleaner environment. So, thank you.
So now Steve will bring around the microphone, and I hope that you can share with us. Now, I know we can't, Craig's our god of environment, but I know you have done stuff over the years, so don't be shy. Raise your hand, and please share with us what you have done.
I'm Simone Bentley. I take my shopping bags to the market, usually as much as I can, and I try not to use any styrofoam, nothing like that. No, paper, recycling.
Good morning, I'm Marilyn Friends, and in 1964, I became a naturalist at the Back Bay Interpretive Center and worked there for 13 years. And I'm just saying, if you want to get involved, go over to the Back Bay. It's on University Drive, and they will train you to become a naturalist. And there are all kinds of things you can do over there. Thank you very much.
To detail, my name is Eva Goodwin Noriega, or Eva Lou Goodwin. Number one. This water bottle I probably have been using over 15 years. I carry it everywhere, as people who know me know. That's one thing I do. And I'm always embarrassed and frustrated when we're using even paper cups. Why don't we all bring our own water bottles? One. Number two, I was at a meeting where there was an expert in recycling, and my question for her was, we have old cars, a 97 and a 2000. Neither one of them is electric or even hybrid. Which would be better for us to continue to use the old cars or to upgrade to a hybrid or an electric? And the question she asked me first was, do you drive a lot? No, we do not. She said, in that case, you should not upgrade because it is more polluting to have to discard your old cars and then you buy new cars than to continue with the old cars. It was kind of a shock to me to hear that. But those of you who tease me for it, guess what? It's based on some real advice. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maureen McConaughey. One of the reasons I'm vegan is because animal agriculture is a huge contributor to climate change and to species extinction, like 20% almost.
I'm Emily. It seems like a little thing, but it's a big thing to me. I spend 6 to 8 hours a week planning and strategizing to make sure that my family's food comes from as close to where we live as possible.
To tell you, please send me in the chat what you have done. So I don't want to feel to exclude you. So please send some chats in, folks, so we know what you've done too.
And I'm Susan Shaw, and I'm really into permaculture, and we have a huge garden in our backyard, and I call it the farm at Shawlandia. Shawlandia.
Hi, I'm Linda Sperry, and about 7 years ago, a call came into the office here to Sarah Jones from a group called Wild and Scenic Film Festival. And Sarah thought, well, it's another call from another group, and who knows who this is. But she told Karen Kennedy about it, who is now in Sonoma, a former member, and she got on it. And she planned the first Wild and Scenic Film Festival and got us all involved. She moved to Sonoma, and then I somehow got volunteered, as all happens around here. It was a successful event, and now I've passed the mantle on to Peggy. Where is she? Peggy Hepler. And we're now adding a photography and art exhibition. So we're soliciting all photographers and artists to supply something for our exhibit. And yesterday we were at the Costa Mesa Earth Day celebration, and we had a great time. Barbara Moore Hero was there, Adam Goldman was there, Peggy, and also Paula was there as well, and Mary Smithberger. So we're out there doing our part, and we invite you to get involved and buy a ticket, because we really want to fill the room this year.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Peggy Prevert. We're two Peggys. I have 3 sons, so when they were younger, I was heavily into scouting, and one of the things I did besides plan trips out into the environment and so forth, I was a merit badge counselor for environmental science and forestry and fish and wildlife, just to pass it on to a new generation. At home, I have a Tesla roof so that we generate our own electricity for the most part. I really like Lark bottles for my water bottle. It's made of stainless steel, and it uses ultraviolet light to filter and sterilize the water. Instead of I'm trying to reduce plastic, which in some ways is a losing battle, but I try. So anyway, that's pretty much what I do.
Hi, I thought my wife in the back was going to stand up, but she didn't, so I'll have to do it. But a few years ago, we decided to change our front yard, which was lawn like everybody else in the neighborhood, and put in a low water plants, native plants that don't require a lot of water. She asked our association. Of course, the association said, we don't like your plan, but my wife just went ahead and did it anyway. So I had to go talk to them at the HOA meeting and smooth the waters, because I'm very good at that. And a neighbor across the street saw that and said, hey, I could do that too. And he started planting plants, because lots of people were thinking we can't do that. And it turns out if you don't wait for permission, you can do pretty much anything. And also, the usual things. I try and keep my cars for 20 years. We carry grocery bags. And The plastic water bottles, that kind of bothers me. I see them so often, and if you don't want to carry a big water bottle with you, I carry this little thing, which is fun because people think I'm drinking vodka all the time. But it fits in my pocket. Once I saw a policeman next to me at the light, I waved at him, started drinking from that, and he gave me a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, I want to encourage everyone to wear old clothes. We throw away too many clothes. And so I even get to the point, if I have one sock that has a hole in it, I throw that one out and I wear unmatched socks.
Brave enough to come to share what they do. Wow, that's pretty amazing. We're doing a lot of stuff, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to go to the chats unless someone else wants to share. All right, so from our Zoomers, thank you, Zoomers, for chiming in. Sorry, it took me a while to invite you. So here's what V says. She says, one thing I do is continually hunt for products that require less energy to ship and use as little plastic as possible. She uses bar soap, bar shampoo, powdered laundry detergent, etc. Good ideas. So this is from Annie J. She says, I've been a vegetarian for over 20 years now. I keep sustainability in mind when choosing products and food, and I try to buy secondhand when available. I limit my driving and always have the most fuel-efficient car possible. I try to limit my waste production too, and I compost as well. Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And now also Renata has shared that she wants to know, does anyone know what the second speaker was referring to in regards to the naturalist? So I don't really know which speaker we're talking. What's that? Oh, Marilyn. Yes. So they want to know, here, I'll read it again, because I'm telling myself. So, does anyone know what the second speaker was referring to in regard to the naturalist? So you know about the naturalist? Yeah, she's going to be here. Yeah, let's bring it. We want everyone to hear, so thank you, Steve.
Yes, over at the Interpretive Center in Newport Beach on University Drive, it's hard to see. You've got to walk down the hill. But they will train you to become a naturalist. That means you have a series of lessons and classes that you go to, and then finally you have a little test, and you get a vest and everything, and you work over there throughout the week. I used to work every Saturday after work, and you tell people about the plants and what's going on, and you can help get rid of things that are non-native. There are all kinds of things you can do over there. So I recommend you just go in and say, I'd like to join the naturalist class.
Appreciate that. That's wonderful. Okay, so last chance for anyone else who wants to speak. Great.
Just to keep litter out of my school, I pick up after the tables, the lunch tables, so that there's no litter anywhere on the table or under the table.
Thank you for being so courageous and getting up there with all these adults talking, and you're the first the youth, because we're handing this environment over to you. So you're the one that, thank you for speaking out, because we need to listen to our youth and make sure the planet is beautiful for them as they grow and become adults. All right, anything else? Have we all finished here? Okay, well, I just want to say thank you. Wow, I'm so impressed with what so many of you do. And I know that many of you do other things and you didn't really feel like talking this morning, so I get that. But I just want to say, this is something that our church really deeply feels about. And I appreciate all that you do, whether you talked about it or not, to help make our planet Earth a beautiful planet that we know it needs to be. Thank you all.
Please rise and join us in singing Blue Boat Home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Unitarian Universalist congregations are fully self-supporting, meaning that members and friends raise all funds for the operating budget, ministries, and programs of the church. We are ever grateful for your gifts of time, treasure, and talent. OCUC amplifies that spirit of generosity by sharing one half of the plate received with an organization that shares our values. This month, we are sharing with Earth Justice. Now it says our values. I personally think these people are persecuting our poor, hardworking oil billionaires, but you know, it's to each their own, I suppose. So if that's your kind of thing, half the plate will go to Earth Justice. And there are multiple ways in which you can support the church and Earth Justice. You can mail a check. You can go through our website, or you can use an app called Venco Mobile. If you are a roomer, you can simply use our basket as it is passed. The choice is yours. All the information is on our website should you need it. As always, thank you for your generosity.
Our offertory song this morning is The Tide is Rising. It was written in 2015, and it quickly spread in the climate justice movement. It has been sung at protests, marches, blockades, conferences, worship services, and community gatherings. Please join us in singing this message of radical empowerment, devotion, and active hope as we fight for all we love. The tide is rising, and so are we. The tide is rising, and so are we. The tide is rising, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. The task is mighty, and so are we. The task is mighty, and so are we. The task is mighty, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. The land is holy, and so are we. The land is holy, and so are we. The land is holy, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. The storm is raging, and so are we. The storm is raging, and so are we. is raging, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. The sun is rising, and so are we. The sun is rising, and so are we. The sun is rising, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. The world is ready, and so are we. The world is ready, and so are we. The world is ready, and so are we. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be. This is where we are called to be.
Invite up Jamie Pendarvis, our Finance Committee Chair, not pictured. That, yeah, and the baby is doing pretty well for herself, but anyway, Jamie.
No, that is not my picture up there. I would have gladly provided one if I'd known they wanted it. Anyway, good morning, y'all. My name is Jamie. Hope you remember me. I'm your pledge chair. Stood up here a few weeks ago to announce this year's pledge drive. Now it's time for a brief update. About 40% of you have already returned your pledge card. Thank you so much. Some of you have even paid your 26-27 pledge already. Thank you for that as well. As for the rest of you, the pledge drive is still underway. If you weren't able to pick up your pledge card, one has been mailed to you. If you're not sure what happened to it, please let us know. Meanwhile, for your convenience, you can also complete your pledge online. Just click Donate Now on the church homepage. That's how I did mine, easy peasy, and the best part is you don't need to remember what you did with your pledge card. So if you haven't done so already, it's very important to make your pledge soon so that we can plan our budget for the coming year. OCUUC runs on the commitment of its members and friends. Every pledge matters. My experience has been that this congregation really steps up when needed, and I have every confidence that you will do so again. As of now, we're a little over halfway to our pledge goal, so we still have a ways to go. If the pledge is still on your to-do list, please take a few minutes this week to complete it. Thank you all.
Please join us in singing We Gather Together, a song that puts our intentions into words and expresses our gratitude for the many gifts we share.
We gather together, we gather as one, for peace, love, and justice for everyone. We give from our hearts to show that we care. We can change lives with what we share.
Now is the time that we honor the important events in our lives. You're invited, one and all, whether you're a member, a friend, or a visitor, to participate in our weekly ritual called Joys and Sorrows. So, let's take a deep breath. How about one more? Perhaps you come here today holding something close to your heart, moments from the last days or hours that have struck you at your core. If you'd like to honor such a profound joy or sorrow, you're invited to do so. If you're a roomer, you're invited to come forward to light a candle. If you'd like to share your joy or sorrow, you can write it out on a slip of paper provided and hand it to me. If you'd like to have one of those papers brought to you, raise your hands and our ushers will bring them to you. If you're a Zoomer, you're invited to write your joy or sorrow in the chat. Once the roomers are done lighting candles, I will read all the joys and sorrows shared. And our pastoral care associate, Don Martin, will light a candle for the Zoomers. So, come forward if you choose to light a candle. So let's hold in love all the joys and celebrations and all the hurts and sadness, both spoken. Oops, we haven't spoken yet. Hold on a second. All right, first of all, I will read those who at home are Zoomers who have spoken. So here's a sorrow from Anna to everyone. My poor kitty Mango has cancer again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anna, we'll keep you in our prayers. Oh, they're not really talking today. No more else from Zoom, but we have plenty from here. Thank you. All right, so from you folks here in our church today, Simone B. wrote that she has pride in her daughter-in-law, Gina, who has a law degree and worked in politics in Oregon, and whose profession is now working for the environment. Yay. Thanks for sharing that, Simone. Elizabeth K. has mixed joy and sorrow. She says, she's extremely grateful for having a full 12 weeks of stress leave from teaching. Yay. I'm starting to make the mental transition to return to work as of April the 28th. So here's the good news. There's only 4 weeks left until summer break. I've got this. Yes, you do. Prasanna and Melanie have a joy. They're so happy to be home after our family wedding in Italy. Yay. The event was full of joy and reconnecting a family and a celebration of love. It's beautiful. Peggy P. says that she has hope. My husband Richard suffered a transient stroke that affected his left side. He's back home, happily working on his balance issues, and he's determined to hike again. All right, Peggy. We'll keep you in our prayers. Thank you. So Jeffrey S. says that he has hope too. He says, I've been nearly 8 years since I've been diagnosed with cancer, and tomorrow I start another round of chemo, but he has hope. This is going to work this time, and we'll keep you in our prayers too. Thank you, Jeffrey, for sharing that. Yay. And Brianna M. says, she has a joy to share with us. She said, I'm feeling very honored and glad to report that the brand new Cozy and Connect Group had a very successful initiation yesterday with 3 whole attendees, but she'd like to have more. So, see you the 3rd Saturday. Thank you, Brianna, for leading that and for encouraging us to join you. So, now let us hold all the joys and celebrations and all the hurts and sadness, both spoken and silent. Let's hold them in our hearts. Let our joys remind us to be thankful, our concerns to remind us to be hopeful, and our sorrows remind us to connect with each other. Let all these moments remind us that we are not alone. So I want to invite Don Martin, our pastoral care associate today, to come up, and he's going to share an Earth Day prayer by Laura Horton Ludwig from the UUA Worship Web.
Earth Day Prayer. Spirit of life, Spirit of earth, Spirit of all that breathes and all that is, we love you. We love this planet and its people and its beings. We love this interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. We love it all, and we want it all to be well and blessed and healthy.
Let us join together as we extinguish the flame of our chalice and say,
We extinguish our chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Thank you for joining us this morning. If you are a guest, a visitor, or someone who hasn't yet been known to us, I invite you to become a part of this beloved community. If you'd like to know more about our church, we invite you to either stop by the welcome table in the courtyard that's right outside, or contact us at hello@ocuc.org, and we will help you get connected. Zoomers are welcome to stay after and chat with one another online. We want everyone to feel a part of this beloved community, so please reach out. Right, so announcements. Classes. All right, we have a historical Jesus class, which I assume is about the historical Jesus and not about becoming him. But if I would be very impressed if any of you manage that. There's planning your celebration of life. For those not familiar, a celebration of life is how we celebrate those who have departed. The Wild and Scenic Film Festival, as was mentioned earlier, that's coming up. The Pacific Southwest UU Assembly. Auction. Yes, auction. That's. I'm told that's important, so please get your submissions in.
We don't want to forget the auction, do we, Jolene? Come on, baby. Let's all go participate. So, may we leave here today with even more resolve than before to dedicate ourselves to the work that lies before us. Let's continue to put the slogan, "Make Earth Day every day," into action in our daily lives. And so many of you are already doing that. Please continue and encourage others to do it as well. Our planet Earth and humankind depends on our efforts. Thank you. Our service is over. May our service continue.